Good morning. Glad you're here. I'm Lindsay Bridges from Charlotte Center for Mindfulness. And whether you are joining live now or watching the recording later, we're glad that you are practicing with us. So, this morning I want to start with a poem from Rumi. And it's a poem I shared earlier this week. And um, feel like it's worthy of a little more contemplation and practice. So, this is called Birdwings. Your grief for what you've lost lifts a marrow up to where you're bravely working. Expecting the worst, you look, and instead, here's the joyful face you've been waiting to see. Your hand opens and closes and opens and closes. If it were always a fist, or always stretched open, you would be paralyzed. Your deepest presence is in every small contracting and expanding, the two as beautifully balanced and coordinated as bird wings. That last line, your deepest presence is in every small contracting and expanding, the two is beautifully balanced and coordinated as bird wings. That's a line we can use in real time in our practice. We can notice how we have these moments of expansion in practice, of opening, settling, feeling the breath. And then there are these moments of contracting. The distractions arise, the awareness drifts away, the tension in the body builds up. What is it like to absolutely not make that into a problem? Just make that into an understanding of the natural flow of awareness as it settles and gets stronger. The openings and the closings can both be part of what allows our wisdom and kindness to grow. So, we're going to do a short breathing practice, and I really invite you to explore both the contracting and the expanding, both the opening and the closing, and invite a mentality of balance and coordination, of understanding these as the bird wings opening and closing. So, we'll begin with our practice. Let's start with just a couple of stretching exercises. So, I'm going to do these from a sitting pose this morning. Allow the back to be long and strong, grounding right through the tailbone, feeling the feet on the floor, really letting the lower body provide a strong foundation for the body. From this lower body, this base, feel the strength moving up through the spine, the neck, all the way to the top of the head. And from this grounded posture, notice how there is this natural sloping down from the top of the head through the shoulders and the arms. Taking a breath in and out. And taking a moment to really feel the hands in front of the heart, using this gesture as a gesture of respect. Feeling the warmth or coolness of the hands together, the contact with the chest, the movement of the breath. Feel into your own intention, your willingness to offer care for yourself, this showing up to this practice. letting just the fact of your being here tell you something about a hunger or a wanting or a healthy desire for wholeness, for meeting this body, mind, and heart in a new way, in a different way. Then on the in breath, we'll stretch long. Out breath, release down. In breath, long. Out breath, release. One more. And really let it go on this out breath. Settling back into your sitting posture. Feeling the energy moving through the body. Remembering that good intention, self-care, finding some way with a little more wisdom, a little more compassion, strong heart to meet this moment and this day. Kind of allowing that to be your North Star, your compass needle, and all of the openings and closings, contractions and expansions that unfold naturally even in the time of this practice. Taking a moment to check in with the body, mind, heart, noticing the condition in this moment, knowing that it's always changing, but what's the weather like right now? It's often helpful for me if I notice the energy of the mind tends to be where we spend our most stuckness. It's up in the head, lost in the thoughts. And for me, if I can just acknowledge what kind of charge, tone, direction is present, it's useful that acknowledging and validating is useful in and of itself as a grounding. So noticing the thinking mind. Is there contracted state, as in kind of pulled into some streamline of thoughts? Or is it more of an opening state, settling? What's it like to acknowledge either? It's just part of the process. It's not so much getting caught up in the story of any of the thoughts, but really checking into the impact, the effect of the thinking mind on the body, the heart, this moment. Breathing in, breathing out with this. Using that same check in with emotions. Some emotions have a strong, contracted feeling tone to them. Some emotions have an open expansiveness. Again, not a right or a wrong. What is it like if you simply check into opening or contracting? Willingness to see, to acknowledge. And even if what you're feeling feels stuck, No, there is no such thing actually in these body, minds, hearts. Always changing, always flowing. Contracting leads to opening, opening leads to contracting. The bird wings balancing, opening up the field of awareness to include the whole body with the breath, feeling that expansion, contraction, opening and closing, this rhythm of life right in the breath. Maybe you can feel the breath moving through the whole body, a certain kind of brightening on an in breath, an energy that actually extends to the whole body on a simple in breath, and releasing on the out breath, and letting go, softening. This opening and closing, expansion, deflation, this coordination of bird wings, breath. Notice how you can use this rhythm as skillful means, bringing a balancing, harmony, harmonizing energy. Whatever arises in the body, mind, heart. So I invite you to really drop into the rhythm of the breath as an anchor. Noticing how the awareness maybe has moments of opening where you're really dropping into the rhythm of the anchor, the rhythm of the breath. And of course, the awareness has rhythm also of closing, contracting again, getting caught in this or that. No matter how contracted it gets in any distraction, whether it's a body sensation, mental thought, an emotion, no matter how distracted, the awareness also has this natural rhythm and it opens again. There comes this moment where you see it, see the contraction, you're aware of it. Feel into that rhythm in and of itself. The awareness contracting into a distraction, the awareness opening back up. Sometimes these are really big opening and closings. Sometimes they're small and subtle. There is this rhythm of awareness itself. Not only is it not a problem, it's a natural part of being human. What is it like again to use the breath as skillful means? Every small contracting, expanding. Your deepest presence is in every small contracting and expanding. The two as beautifully balanced and coordinated as bird wings. Your grief for what you've lost lifts a marrow up to where you're bravely working, expecting the worst. You look, and instead, here's the joyful face you've been wanting to see. Your hand opens and closes and opens and closes. If it were always a fist or always stretched open, you would be paralyzed. Your deepest presence is in every small contracting and expanding. The two is beautifully balanced and coordinated as bird wings. Lovely practicing with you this morning. Um, as I said, Lindsay Bridges from Charlotte Center for Mindfulness. All of these offerings are freely given. And if you'd like to help support us in making mindfulness available in our community, please visit our website and offer a donation if that's right for you. Know that I'm sending you good wishes for health and wellness. May your family and you be safe and protected. And may this practice open our hearts and minds, being a little bit wiser, a little bit kinder in how we interact with ourselves and the world. Thank you.